If you're joining us on YouTube, welcome or welcome back. Great to have you guys with us. This is the Chart Addicts stream hosted by myself. I'm Roy Dunya, co-founder of Chart Addicts. What we do on these streams is we go through news, we go through markets, and I try and live trade NAS100, which is the top 100 tech stocks in the economy. I trade indices. I am a spread better. Okay, so we're not really trading. Like, I'm not buying stocks. I'm not trading options. What I do is I spread bet. Basically, just go into my MetaTrader app or any sort of exchange that you use, and I just go into a contract with my broker, and we just bet on the direction of the market. I don't own nothing. Nothing exchanges hands. It's just a bet. So if you guys are watching this and you're new to Forex or you're new to index trading or margin, that's what we do here. Great to have you guys with us. I'm going to show you guys some of the trades I'm taking in a bit. And if you guys are on the CA team, if you guys wouldn't mind posting up the YouTube link on IG just to let folks know we're live. My bad. Oh, I just read your message. Fuck no. Hell no. All right. October 6th, let's look at some of the high impact news for the day. Oh, crazy. All right. ECB monetary policy meeting accounts. This is going to give us a little bit of insight on what's happening in the Eurozone. I don't really care about it much. Unemployment claims is one of my biggest focuses. So there was more people that filed for unemployment insurance in the previous month than was expected. 205,000. That's what was expected. 220,000 people filed for unemployment insurance. 20,000, or let's call it like 10,000 more people filing for unemployment insurance than expected. Not really the end of the world. So this week, the first week of every month, it's huge unemployment. That's the biggest news that comes out. So what I'm watching is NFP tomorrow. The unemployment rate drops tomorrow. And so today we kind of get this early number, which is how many people filed for unemployment benefits. This is not good for anything, but it doesn't really have an immediate impact because people just take it, or analysts and economists take it into account with these other variables of employment, like the unemployment rate, the unemployment rate down here, and then the non-farm payroll. So if you guys are just hopping on, NAS, my biggest focus now. If we continue to create higher lows at the market open, because at the market open, there will be some sort of whipsaw or something that happens. If we continue to form higher lows and we close above the purple zone, we buy it. So if it dips below, closes above the purple zone, we buy it. If it dips below the purple zone and comes back up and it just can't seem to break this level, then we short it. Pretty straightforward stuff. It says EU is dripping. Yeah, it is. Hey, Roy, can you look at GU? For sure, Carlos, I got you. I'll do gold because I'm pretty sure someone asked about gold here. Ooh, I don't know where this markup is from. I think it was from last week, but if you were on that call, you're welcome. So this is pretty straightforward. You have a major daily resistance level right here. Sell off of that resistance level. I measured the fib, top to bottom, 78 retest, a bunch of hoopla, and then boom, engulfing candle. After the engulfing candle, now you have this pullback candle right here. So if I was to measure that pullback from top to bottom, it's around the 61%. Could we push back up to the zone one more time? 1722. One more pullback to the 78. SL above the previous high. First TP is the extension. Obviously, extension lines up with this previous demand level. Second TP is the 1693 level. So if everything is true today, so if the dollar is going to continue bullish, if stocks are going to continue crashing, if EU is crashing, then gold should be the next one to crash. So as long as this sentiment plays out and as long as the dollar continues bullish, then we're going to get a push all the way to the downside, and we can even get down to 1690. Okay, so if you guys are waiting for a move, I'd wait for a pullback 1722. At 1722, you can short it to the downside. Is there a smaller time frame opportunity? Most likely. If I get rid of this fib, if the market doesn't want to do a full retracement, can we take a shorter time frame trade here? Top bottom, 78 pullback right here. Quick scalp position right here. Previous resistance level, let's go ahead and mark this off. I know y'all see that. Pull back to the 78, finish off the head and shoulders. TP1 is the 38 fib, TP2 is the previous low, and TP3 is the extension. Is this making sense to y'all? Is this rocket science? Chart Addicts members, I know you guys get this. Everybody else, y'all lost? You guys drooling on yourself yet? We good? I know we got some droolers in the chat today. I saw y'all in the DMs this morning. People, if you're watching this and you follow us on Instagram, when I post something and I'm like, for example, if you're paying someone to pass your funded challenges, and this is no knock to anybody individually, but if you are doing that, if you're making that decision, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? Because you're not an idiot just because I said so. You're an idiot because what happens when you actually get the account? How are you going to make money? You're going to break 1 or 2 rules in the first week and just lose the account. And then you're going to go running right back to the dude who passed your shit. And you're going to pay him another $2,000 to pass your shit. Like, what is the play there? If you cannot get the account, you probably can't keep it. And that's just a sad reality. It's not sad, but it's just it's reality.
Hey, what they say, that's just like paying me to take care of your girl.
He said, "Oh, I'm out of town this weekend, bro. Can you take care of this? Can you cover this for me?" It's ridiculous. It's like, look, you raise the baby, just give it to me once it's like 7, and we'll get along perfect. Oh, you feel me? Here, you raise my dog up until 2 years old, and then give him to me, and then we'll be best friends. That ain't your dog, man. So it's the same with the account, guys. I want to compare these things. Like, do not insinuate that I just compared those 3 elements: a trading account, a dog, and a woman. I was not doing that. I just made a fucking. I made a connection. I'm gonna move past it. But honestly, guys, if you're paying somebody to pass your funded account, you're about to give the money back to the markets. Don't be idiots. And so I put it on my story, and a bunch of fucking dick riders are sitting there talking about, because you guys knew exactly who I reposted. I blocked their names so I don't go at anybody. You guys like, oh, but that person this and that person that and this person this. Man, y'all got to wake the fuck up. These people don't have your best interest at heart. Nobody who's passing your account for you has your best interest at heart. They know you're finna blow it and come back, just like the funding company knows you're finna blow it and come back. You have a responsibility to be the best version of you and to make great decisions and to be responsible. And if you're just like, fuck, this is so frustrating, let me just pay somebody else to do it. If you're going to look for the shortcut, you're going to go down that other path that you think is shorter, and you're going to meet a mountain lion. That mountain lion going to tear you to shreds. You're going to walk back to the camp talking about, I should have just taken the right path. Don't take the wrong path. All right. If trading was easy, everybody would do it, people. We're not working. I'm on with y'all on YouTube, guys. It's 9 a.m. Like 2 years ago, I would be in a corporate office at Merrill Lynch headquarters. I would be already calling my clients. I would be checking, CIO reports. I would be going through and looking at any tax changes. I would be looking at implementations. I'd be looking at portfolios, and I would just be on calls and doing all this stuff. Like right now, guys, I'm on YouTube with my fucking people. I got the Chart Addicts team on here. Come on, this is not work. And so if everybody could do it, or if this was for everybody, I'm pretty sure there'd be a lot more people trading just because of what we're really doing. You got to be smart and you got to be sharp. EU is still dripping. Still holding a runner from 2 weeks ago when we first called the EU shorts. And then the bottom one is after I took partials yesterday. I'm still letting this run. About 70 pips in profit, $700 on a standard. So about 70 pips in profit. And these are swing trades. I am looking for the pullback to the 38. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking for the pullback to the 38. All right, so later this session or probably during London, we'll get this pullback. UJ, until it pops off, just leave it alone. I know I missed something. GJ, pulling back to the 160 level. I did gold. I was supposed to go through something for somebody. Carlos, what did you ask for? You said GU, didn't you? My bad, bro. I got lost in the sauce on gold. GU, I kind of see it the same as Euro USD. They're kind of both the dollar play. Dude, this weekly closure is so crucial on GU. If this week closes bullish, meaning it closes above this previous candle, kind of above that zone, I think it's going to continue pushing to the upside. The problem I have with GU is like, so Euro USD is very clean because I know that the Euro is a piece of shit. It's going to go downhill. And I know that the dollar is going to keep pumping. So that trade makes a lot of sense. With the Great British Pound, they've been intervening for the past 3 or 4 weeks. And so whenever the pound gets too weak, they're propping it up and sort of doing interventions to try and save the currency. So I'll be completely honest. GU is one of those I've been staying away from only because of that element, is that GBP is creating a lot of uncertainty in this equation. That's just my personal take. I just see that EU is a lot cleaner of a move. But if we're just looking at this in terms of price action, it hit a previous sell zone and we launched off. This is still the previous structure, right? So we still have higher highs and higher low forming. So if this is our previous area, I'm drawing this thing 2 ways, wick and body. Sometimes you have to test both just to see which one's more accurate and which one's kind of working with price action the most. I like the wick here from wick to wick. We have the 61% sitting at this previous area of resistance. So like if we just start to break through and we close below all these fibs, same thing with NASDAQ. It could come down here. Is it going to push its head back up and retest? Or is it just going to get stuck at this resistance? So if we get a closure below this area of structure, then we can wait for a pullback. If price gets stuck here, we short it. If price wants to break back up, we go long. Personally, I'm short on GBP USD because of the dollar play, but because GBP is adding so much uncertainty, I would want to wait for that extra confirmation. So allow it to break through the zone, allow it to create a lower high, and then once it does that, you can short GU. I'd say a pretty good zone to aim for is 112.6, 1.126. Oil prices rose sharply after OPEC Plus decided to go behind America's back and basically cut the production of oil. So everyone was asking me yesterday, Roy, what does it mean that OPEC is cutting the production? When you cut production, there's less oil in the market. When there's less supply in the market, price goes up. Okay, because it's harder to get, harder to find. You have to pay more to find it. You have to pay more to get it. Price is going to go up. Now, what happens when gas prices go up? Headline CPI goes up because a huge component of CPI, not core CPI, but a huge component of CPI is energy prices. So you look, CPI is going to go up. Now, when inflation goes up, what happens? The Fed has to get more strict. So then the Fed tightens more. And then you guys finish this equation for me. When the Fed tightens and they keep tightening, what happens to stocks? Tell me what happens to stock markets when the Fed tightens monetary policy. Let's see who's been paying attention on my calls. I really hope we get this pulled back on. I know hope is not a strategy, but I really hope that we get a pullback for you guys' sake on Euro USD, just so we can kind of get you guys an entry. He says indices drop. Okay, Dream Trader says drop. Okay, see, some people pay attention, y'all. Some people got the eye on the ball. When the Fed takes money out the system, stocks go down because ain't nobody buying stocks because everyone's poor. You feel me? So when there's less oil, the price of oil goes up. When the price of oil goes up, the headline CPI prints go up. When the headline CPI prints go up, the Fed gets more strict. And when the Fed gets more strict, all of our favorite investments crash. Your crypto portfolio goes to shit. Your stock portfolio goes to shit. And so that's kind of the situation that we're working with. Oil prices are starting to come back up. We're already back at 87 a barrel. So kind of almost a 16% move from the bottom. So we're up about 16% from last week alone. Price of gas is up 16% since last week. Insane. And so if this oil production is true, or this oil supply shock is true, oil keeps going, CPI prints go crazy. Y'all know the drill. Wally says quantitative tightening. My boy got it. Okay, beautiful. Wally says the DXY is pushing, running yesterday high. Who can tell me what I said about the dollar yesterday? About this previous candle on the dollar? Because if I'm out here giving you all this sauce and nobody is paying attention, I'm gonna just get off this call. But what did I say about this daily candle in the dollar yesterday and what it indicates about price? Maybe somebody on YouTube knows. He says drop. I mean, even people on YouTube know. Y'all got it. But what did I say about the dollar? He says DXY is going to 120. If we go into 120, we're going into a recession. Yes, but I said that if this daily candle engulfs this previous candle, then we're going to go bullish. It might still be on the IG story. Hold on. Let me screenshot this before I forget. These are the simple things that when you see them in action, you can just write them. You can like take a note of them mentally, and it really helps you in the future. If you're like, okay, well, sometimes I don't know what's going to happen. As long as it breaks and it engulfs the previous candle, then I know it's still bullish. Not ignoring y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. I said if DXY closes bullish or closes engulfing today, then we back on the bullish trajectory. So yeah, no surprises here. We're bullish. That's why I shorted EU. And in order for this thing to keep going, this previous area of supply now has to get taken out. So if you guys didn't pay attention yesterday, pay attention right now. If price closes above 112.4 on the daily, then we're going to continue bullish. Ain't nothing stopping us. So let's look at the daily candle. Previous area of structure here. We need to close above this zone. Once we close above that zone, then we're going to get a pull back in and a continuation up. This ain't rocket science, people. This ain't rocket surgery. So I'm going to keep the fib, but I'm going to clean this thing up. I don't need like 90% of these zones. I don't need any of this stuff. Okay. So massive rejection. We're starting to close above these highs. The market is about to open in 2 minutes. So we're going to see a liquidity spike in. I hope that we touch the 88.6 and then close back above. If we do, we're going to catch a pullback and we're going to keep going long. Not because I'm bullish on stocks, but because I think that price has a little bit more room to go before we short. There's demand level at 12,000 flat or 11,950. This is the zone that I'd be waiting for to short. Okay. So I think we have a bit more room. Let's see if we get this play. So just because it starts crashing at the market open, don't immediately think that it's a short. Okay. But if it starts to close below this purple zone, it can't break above it, then we're going to look for shorts. We'll take the trade 70, 80, 120 pips or 120 points and we'll get out. Cool. Let me know. Do you guys have any questions? News questions, economy questions? What's up? Yo, okay, see, this is why I fuck with YouTube. A lot of people on YouTube were paying attention. They said, if it closes bullish on the daily, y'all really paying attention out here. Why is there a recession when the DXY reaches 120? I got you in a second on that. Can you see a bearish fib on the daily on GJ? I think that GJ is heading down to the 160 level. At 160, I'm looking to take the market up. If it violates 160, it's going to drop down to 157. We can take it at 157. Roy, why don't you trade bonds? Honestly, I think if I was born in the 80s, I might have traded bonds. But I think the volatility is too crazy. I think that the financial system and the way that credit and capital markets are structured today are changing so rapidly that all the old rules aren't relevant. So for me to look at bonds, maybe I would have to trade, hedge strategies and I'd have to trade complex derivative strategies. I'd much rather not. What we do here, people, is I don't actually ever take possession of an underlying asset. So when you go to buy stocks on Robinhood, when that trade settles, you own that stock. You are now like the legal owner of that thing. If you own a Bitcoin, if you go to Coinbase and you own it, well, maybe not Coinbase because they own your Bitcoin. If you buy Bitcoin into your ledger account, you own that thing. So you're owning the asset. What we do when we trade Forex or when we trade indices on margin through an exchange like a spread betting exchange, we're literally just betting on direction all day. If I enter a trade right now, like this Euro USD trade, I'm not short euros and I'm not long the dollars when I'm in this trade, even though I'm shorting Euro USD. What I'm doing is I entered into a contractual agreement with my broker that I'm going to enter that trade that I'm going to bet on the market going down at this price. And then whenever I want to get out, I can hop off whenever. Now, that is an extremely risky way to trade, and you don't actually ever own an underlying asset. However, it makes my mind a lot more clear. With options, for example, once the option contract expires, you're going to have to take possession of the contract or of those shares, or you're going to have to sell those shares to somebody. There's an actual transfer of ownership. Over here, there's never a transfer of ownership. There's no possession. It's just a bet, and I like it like that. Make sense? Coolio? All right, looks like price is already pushing higher on the smaller time frames. Let's kind of get in here. It is the market open, 9:30 market open. There's always some sort of whipsaw action. So we're not rushing into any trades. So far, all I can see is a nice bullish push and a new low. So let's see how price plays out. I normally don't trade until about 30 to 45 minutes after the market opens. So this next 30-minute period is me on the tree in the safari, looking at my target, locked in for 30 minutes, slow breathing, waiting for this thing at the perfect opportunity. So that 30-minute, this is kind of what the market makers try to do, is they try and stock all of the retail entries and orders, because not that they know where everyone's trades are, but institutions have enough analytical data and they have enough broker information to know where most people are going to put their stuff. Where are most people going to put their stop loss for this trade? It's like right below the low, right? So they're going to come down and tap below the low before they keep going. And so they watch retail and they try to set these traps or whatever. And I try and do the same. I don't like to rush into trades. I like to set a trap for the market, and I like to let the market play out and let me know what it's going to do. How is it going to react over here? Are we going to get a nice pullback before we keep going? If so, I want to enter down here. I don't want to enter all the way up here. So this is me basically looking at my opponent and just making sure that I'm rock solid and ready to take advantage of these people. I'm new here, Roy. Do you trade every day? For the Chart Addicts private members, I do every single day. He said they know our orders, bruh. Not all of them. Some market, like there's different market makers. Some market makers don't have as much information as others. The people that are the most closely partnered with MetaTrader, those market makers have the most order flow information. So if you guys remember the whole GameStop situation, people sell, or like your broker sells all of your info to the liquidity provider, to the market maker every day, like in real time. And so the liquidity provider, market maker, they'll enter 1,000 trades before you enter yours. And then what they'll do is the broker is going to give you a shitty price of execution, because instead of you getting a really good execution price, the market maker gave them a way shittier price. He offered them a way shittier price. And that's the one they're giving to you. Or sometimes the broker is in on the whole fucking scheme, and they'll give you, like the market maker will give them 8 prices, or they'll have different options. They'll give you 8 prices. Instead of giving you, the trader, the best one, they'll give you the worst one, and they'll take the best one and they'll just cover the difference. They'll keep the profit on the difference. I know it's a little confusing to some of y'all. Don't even worry about the back end stuff. Why NAS and not US30? This is what I trade. I used to trade NASDAQ, and now I don't. Or I used to trade US30 and now I don't. World War III would not start because of Taiwan. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's World War III worthy, but I think, I don't know. There are a few catalysts today that really could send us there. I think the Russia and Ukraine crisis could send us there, because look, Taiwan at the end of the day, it's a strategic territory for the United States, and we're a protectorate of that territory, but it's more of a symbol of democracy in the region. It's like Hong Kong. We let Hong Kong fall. The international community let Hong Kong fall to the Chinese government. So that kind of showed that, like, Taiwan, even if there were some, like, it wouldn't be good, don't get me wrong, but not World War III territory. World War III would be if Russia genuinely keeps all the energy from Europe over the winter, and Europeans are starving. There's no food. There's no energy. That's World War III. So I really hope that we reach some sort of agreement between Russia and Europe. NAS bought off the 78.6 on the 1 minute. We're talking about some 1 minute. I guess it's time to be a broker. Hey, man, y'all don't want that hassle, I promise you. We were thinking about starting our own brokerage. And to start your own brokerage versus, white labeling off somebody else's, very complicated game. Obviously, so much regulation. And guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I was a registered broker before with the SEC and the CFTC and with FINRA. So I have my Series 66, I have my Series 7. I'm a licensed advisor, I'm a licensed broker. And so I understand the licensing and the examinations and everything that you need to become a broker dealer. Very complicated. The oversight is insane. And most of these guys are just running an offshore sort of like Ponzi scheme rather than a real brokerage. And so for us to run a real brokerage, it would be a little bit further down the line. I think that we're going to open a hedge fund in 2024, more likely than we are to open our own brokerage. Well, I can see you being a fund manager. Well, thank you, sir. That's what I'm aiming for. So by next year, I think we're going to open up our fund. Obviously, we're going to launch it as a traditional hedge fund. And so $25,000 minimum investment. CA members, my goal is to make you guys as rich as possible by then so you can all invest in this fund. And we're not going to be day trading. We might day trade with a percentage, but mostly it's going to be a crypto asset fund. And so you guys know that at the FX Summit, we have so many partners that have, patented technology for crypto security, for quantum security, for cryptography, for multi-layer authentication, multi-factor authentication, all of these different security protocols that you would need to protect people's money and to make sure they don't lose it. That's what I want to do. I want to implement them into a fund and just be able to safely store people's crypto. Let us find the good shit and just fucking park your money here. Just eat. That sounds like a good way to run things. All right. So more info on that coming next year, most likely after Summit 2023. We'll go ahead and launch that fund. Oh, let me know, guys. Who's planning on showing up to the FX Summit 2023 conference? Because we've already started planning on that. We're looking to partner with FTX to do something very special in Miami, much larger than last year, but same energy, way more panels. I want to do an institutional panel for institutional traders only. I want to do a panel with institutional traders and like Q and James and some of these guys so we can have that conversation. Women's traders panel, institutional women's traders panel, and then again, retail and institutional women's panel. Like those conversations would be so next level. I don't think y'all understand. It's not even fair at that point. Who's planning on being at the next summit, people? Said US30 pretty clean. FX Bankroll Iman says, I'd throw all my money there. That's a smart man right there. Can you do a podcast with Sean Lee? Fuck no. I am, for sure. I'm planning to be a speaker. Bobby Hardison. Bro, if you're not a speaker, I'm going to shit on you at the next conference, bro. Don't be saying all this wild shit and not live up to it. He said, only if Daniel Savage comes. Bro, you're a whole clown, man. That's what's up. I live in Miami now. Luis, I'm moving down to Miami in about a week and a half. I'm moving up to the Hollandale, North Miami area. So, or not Hollandale, sorry. Sunny Isle type area. So hit me up. Prop firm, a lucrative business, and heard about blue Forex funds. Yo, look, prop firms are a lucrative business until a bunch of Chart Addicts members get on your platform and start, making real profits, and until we kind of put some stress on you. So I'm not against prop firms in any way, shape, or form. The first real money I made in trading was from FTMO. I got to give him that love. But is the business model made to take advantage of losing traders? Of course. So I kind of tell you guys, like, I'm here to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. Like the broker business model is, they don't really care if you win or lose. A lot of people are like, oh, my broker wants me to lose. They don't give a fuck about your $1,000 account, first off. Second off, they don't actually care if you win or lose because they make money whether you win or lose. They just want you to trade. And so your broker really wants you to trade. That's how they make money. And the prop firms really want you to keep coming back and failing the challenge because most will. So that's kind of the business models. Our business model at Chart Addicts is we provide you enough education, personal resource, just like this one-on-one, and then coaching, personal coaching to look at your individual plan and improve your performance. And if you do that long enough and you're looking at your flaws and you're improving your flaws and you build a plan of action, you can improve your trading and make money. Now that's a business model that's like, well, most people lose at trading, but we're going to try and make a difference in the world. versus the business model of somebody who knows you're going to fail and just kind of just taking advantage of it. Not, that's not something that I agree with. So CA members, RG say ready, let's go. Daniel's going to be there. Nathaniel's going to be there. Yuri's going to be there. Carlos said, bro, I'm ready. Maxime said, I'm ready to book my flight. Christian said, I'm there. Carlos said, EU is running. Yep. I still want to see the pullback. Just be patient. Okay. We might drip all the way down to 0.98 flat. Then we'll have a pullback probably during London so we can get an entry. What am I waiting on for NAS? So NAS, it's only been 10 minutes since the market opened. That's just nutty. We got a long day ahead of us, folks. Long day ahead of us. This is probably going to be a quick 45 to an hour stream. I'll show you guys the trade I take, but we're at the 88.6. See that we're going to get a pull back to the 61 before we continue. And this would be the area of interest. Can we short right now and just take a quick trade? I think we can. I'm just seeing if this trade makes sense, guys. I haven't taken the trade yet. What I like to do is I like to look for 88.6 retracements in the morning. So here's the previous area of structure. Here's the low. And then where we're at right here is the 88.6. So about 90% of the way back up. Okay, you guys know the rule, no rejection, no entry. Let's go ahead and just move this stuff. What I was going to look for is a potential short from the 88.6 down to the 61. And it could still wick down, don't get me wrong. So just down to the 61. Previous area of structure is up here. You'd be risking about 30 points to make about 72. The R&R is about 2 to 1, or like 2.5 to 1. The thing is the SL would have to be just a bit wider just to make up for it. So that would put it right at a 2 to 1 R&R. Yeah, personally, guys, I don't really like this trade. I think that bullish momentum has come in so aggressively that even if it does pull back to the 61, which I think there's still a chance here, I'd much rather wait for this position to trade along with the momentum. So it would go this first and then the long. It's risky, but I kind of want to take the short. Okay, I'm going to take a quick short position here. Small trade, nothing too crazy. Again, the momentum is now bullish, and so the real big position is going to be down here. But I'm going to enter a trade, see if we can catch a rejection down to the 61%, just like a wick at the market open sort of situation. NAS100. Stop loss 680. Let's do 685. That's about 40 points. So this would be about 40 points, 50 points. So, I mean, even if we only get like 50 points to the downside, I'd still consider this a win. So if we can just get a pullback here to like the 600 region, like right above the 600 region, I'll close the trade, cash my profits, and then just wait for the long position. All right. If price starts to close above this wick and it fills the wick, guys, I'm jumping out. So the way that I like to trade is I don't like to take big losses. If I notice the trade is going to kick me out, I'll close it right away. Also, as long as the trade's still valid, we'll give it a chance to play out. Roy, why are we going short on NASDAQ if the daily momentum is bullish? Because we're together on a market open call. And I just feel like if we're going to wait all day for the big move, we're going to be here all day. So sometimes it's good to scalp, take a good scalp position, make some money together. And then once the big move comes in, then we can make a much bigger risk and reward. So we have this baby rejection. I don't know how big of a rejection we're actually going to get from here, only because of how aggressive this bullish candle is. If it holds above the 88.6, people, like we need it to be below the 88.6. If it holds above it, that is not good. I'm in some baby profits. Oh, you guys can't even see my screen. I'm in some baby profits, but I'm telling y'all, like, I don't really like the way that it's looking, how it's just sitting above the 88.6. So as soon as we get this like little push down, I'm just going to close the profits. That's the trade running at the bottom. Still have EU running, and then I have this NAS trade running. So at this point, y'all just move your stop loss to break even or close the trade for this sort of scalp position. I'm gonna do both. So I'm gonna cut half the trade, and then I'm gonna move my stop to break even. So 0.15. Ooh, it just jumped. Let's go. Ooh, let's go. All right, good thing I hesitated on taking the partials. Okay, now I just closed the partials, and then I've moved my stop loss to break even. It's about 20 points, and so it still has some room to go, but I can't see us going like all the way down here just because of how aggressive this bullish candle was. So I'm thinking like anywhere, like even if it just stops right here and pushes back up, this is still a pretty decent trade. So that's why I'm cutting the partials. I'm just like, I don't know how much further we're gonna get than 30 points at this level at least. So close your partials or close the full trade if you only took the 0.01. I know some people don't have the account size to take the full trades. I get it. If you have the 0.01, it's a blue day. Making money is the key. For those of you guys that have a larger account, holding the runner is like, so what did I close? I closed 300 on the NASDAQ short, and I'm still running 238. So if this thing keeps going all the way down, that 238 is going to become $600, $700, $800. So I kind of add those together, be over $1,000 on the trade. And if it comes back to hit break even, then nothing is lost. And so that's the beauty of taking partial profits is I've at least locked in some money and walked away in blue. And then if this thing continues, then I get to make even more money. Cool. Okay. If you made money on this trade, let me know in the chats. We're running about 40 points here.
Same thing here.
Is that the myth? The legend?
655.
My dude. You said 655, but why are you always getting better entries than me, son?
Come on now.
I'm going to kick you off this call for that. Good entry. You're still holding a runner T or you closed it?
Holding.
If this candle closes below the 38% fib, then this is going to keep running, people. There is no TP at this point. If this closes below the 38, the thing is, I believe that price is going to get to this 38 and it's going to create higher lows. All right. That's just my take. So that's why I've taken the partials. Everything from here is extra credit. And so if you're like, okay, 40, 50 points on the move, that's good enough for the day. This is your chance to hop out, y'all. Not to be like, oh, I was floating so much money and then I lost it. Don't do that. That ain't what we do. All right. What about hedging? If you're a skilled trader, there are some hedge strategies that we can talk about. But for now, don't worry about that. That ain't for you. Very bullish. Okay. Thoughts on Andrew Tate? He's a clown. That 15-minute is nasty. I've been in this NAS buy for a few days now. Got in at 11,000. I hope you didn't, good stuff. Vanessa is eating on NAS and EU. Vanessa, you want to know what's funny? Is we were editing this video yesterday from the summit and I saw you on there. When I saw you on there, I was like, bro, I got to reach out to Vanessa. And obviously I faked because you know how I am. But I was thinking about you. I hope the thought counts. Bro, I just want to know why there's recession territory when the DXY hits 120. Okay, sorry, my bad, bro. I know we kind of went over, and we had to take the trade. And now the risk is in break even. We got about 50 points from it. It's already testing this previous high here. It could just build and continue bullish. So congratulations. So why is the DXY going to go bullish? Because the dollar runs the world. And if the dollar is way too high, then we can't transact with other countries. So basically, like, I'm from Lebanon, so we have the Lebanese lira. Okay, we have the Lebanese lira. Currently on the black market, I don't even know what the exchange rate is. I think it's like 15,000 lira equals $1. Okay, so let's say that the US lends us $1, okay, at 15,000 lira. Then the value of the dollar starts to go up and up and up and up. So now the value of $1 is going to be 30,000 lira. Okay, because you're going to need a lot more of your local currency in order to make up $1. And so the higher that the dollar gets, the more it puts stress on these smaller countries to pay back the debt that they have in dollars or to do transactions to buy anything in dollars. And so the higher the dollar goes, the more stress it puts. Countries that we've loaned money to can no longer pay back their debts, and we go into a giant debt spiral of credit default. Now, that doesn't mean that stocks are going to crash or anything, or currencies are going to crash. Honestly, it really just means that we're putting a lot of stress on the rest of the world to follow along with whatever we're doing. So the UN actually put out a message not too long ago saying that the Federal Reserve in the United States, they need to chill out with this monetary policy. They're fucking over the rest of the world. They're forcing the rest of the world to have to stop printing. And it just puts a lot of stress on people. And so the rest of the world is kind of like looking at the US like, hey, y'all got to cut this shit out, you know? Stop tightening your monetary policy and raising your rates so fast because the rest of us can't keep up. And you can tell they can't keep up because look at this DXY. This thing is literally running, which means, where's my baby? Come on, son. Come on, son. He said, LOL, all love. He said $20, something small. It's not bad, bro. $20, that's food. Before this call, you didn't have an extra $20 that you found on the floor to go get some Chipotle, and you just found 20 bucks in your pocket. If you found 20 bucks in your pocket, you'd be lit. And it's the same thing. Not every trade has to be a banger, but it's still something significant. So he said, how is Andrew Tate a clown? He just instigates on purpose. Everybody else falls for it. He creates a lot of controversy on purpose to boost the name. Even though he could just say things very straight up and just very rationally, he just decides to create unnecessary hate and unnecessary nonsense. And I feel like a lot of young people are starting to take the things that he says very seriously. And I don't know. It's just some clown shit, in my opinion. People, a real man respects women. Every single person here, like a real man, if I asked you guys this question, I'm gonna just ask this question. I don't even think I can ask this because I don't even know how to phrase it, but I feel like every young man, if you were to become very successful in trading your first 100K day, at least myself included, all the friends I have in the industry, the first thing you go do is you buy your mom something. You go retire your mother, you go buy her something, you buy her a purse, you buy her a car, you take her out to dinner, you take her on a vacation, you do something for your mother, right? We respect women. And that's like a real foundational principle. People got millions of dollars. The first look at and this is why I love the people that I interact with in the industry. You guys know I spend a lot of time with James. I spend a lot of time with QB Stu. I spend a lot of time with those folks. These people respect women. They respect their mothers. Like, it's real family shit. So anybody talking about some women are this and that, bro, like, the fuck are you doing? Are you hanging around some dumb ass women talking like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Don't get me started on that shit. That dude's a fucking clown. And no, I don't agree that he got banned. What the fuck? I'm not with banning people. I'm just like, just turn it off. Just like unfollow somebody. Same with you dick riders this morning, trying to tell me not to go at people who are passing funding challenges. Y'all can just unfollow me at that point. I'm just letting y'all know, but I'm going to speak the truth, which is if you're paying someone to pass the funding challenge, you're not going to get to keep the account because you didn't have the discipline, the skill set, the technical knowledge, any of the personal development skills to be able to manage the account. And so as soon as you have it, you're going to blow it, and somebody else is going to come and charge you another $2,500 to blow your shit, or to give you an account that you're going to blow. So if you guys, I'm gonna just be my mom and just tell the truth. That's all we can do. He said, preach, Roy. Who cares about Andrew? Focus on trading. Buddy, I'm already up a bag. I'm done with my job. I don't know where the fuck you've been. He says all these betas follow and listen to him, but don't call people betas. Like that's even that is just some shit that he started. Like he's making y'all do this shit. There's no such thing as a beta male. There's no such thing as an. I mean, I guess maybe there is. I don't fucking know. Are you doing what you need to do to take care of your family? If yes, then fuck everybody else. If no, then stop worrying about everybody else and get to fucking work. And it's really that simple. All this beta shit. If you arguing online in the comments section with somebody, if there was a beta male, that probably sounds like what it would be. I'm just gonna let y'all know. What do you think of bookmap and order flow? So I actually got introduced to bookmap on the charity stream from Goldfather. He kind of ran through it, and we're gonna be dropping a video about him explaining bookmap from start to finish. I think if it's done, I think like guys, I have trust issues because I know that any technology that tells you that they can aggregate information from real time to give to you is never going to be available to retail unless unless you built it yourself. So a technology that basically can tell you where the order flow is, I'm very skeptical of, because how do they know? Unless they're partnered with all of our brokerages, or unless they have a direct relationship with the prime broker, the market maker. If they have a direct relationship with the market maker, they can see all of our orders. But other than that, it's very hard for me to understand how they can map out the order flow accurately without that info. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I'm not trying to shit on it. It's just hard for me to understand how they can know that stuff. Yo, this NAS is still running, people. Who's still in this NASDAQ runner? Or did it hit your break even? I think it might have hit my break even here. Dude, son of a bitch, it hit my break even. Damn.
My entry was too nice. It didn't tap me.
Yo, send me a screenshot, T. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of my EU entry then. 0.9918. Sheesh. Is anybody still in this, or did you guys get hit and break even?
This is my live stream account, by the way.
You have a live stream account?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my fucking dude, that's the smartest thing you can do, my boy. He said, I want to retire my mother in the first place. Yes. She provided for me a lot when I was younger, so now it's my turn. There we go. That dude got his head on right. He said, Roy going off for real. NAS going to 11,763. 11,763. My boy, get off my comment section. What do you think of Matt charts? I mean, we just had that podcast with him. You guys can go check it out. I really like the dude. I don't know him that well yet, but just from the few interactions I've had, I think he's a really down-to-earth person. I think that he's got a good head on his shoulders, and looking forward to see what he develops into. Like, I'm really, really excited to see him develop as a trader and to really grow in the space, because I feel like he's going to do some impressive things. So Francis said he's still in. Damn, y'all. Y'all wild disrespectful. Getting better entries than me on my own stream? I'm cutting this shit off, man. I'm going to see you guys later. But guys, just tell me the entry wasn't fucking clean. Like, just at least, break even, no break even. Some people are in, some people aren't in. Wah. Tell me that entry wasn't just pristine, And now that we've broken below on the higher time frames, it's time to extend the target. Okay? So take partials, because now we're at that zone of no return. As soon as we break below this level, now we're just going to be floating in this territory. So TP1 was already taken up here. If you guys are still in the trade, TP2 is right here. And then at that point, just hold the runner. If we violate and close below the zone, it's a good chance we can continue to drop. Bearish action, pin drop, continuation. All right? Bada boom, bada bing. That's how it's done. All right, people. I'm going to go enjoy my life. You guys remember what that is? I'm going to go enjoy my life. I'm going to go spend some money. Oh, I might pull up on you, bro. It's Mosaic, Might have a good day. Go grab a drink or whatnot. Happy Thursday, everybody. Another successful Thursday live stream. You guys know the drill. Go hug somebody you love. Stop listening to Andrew Tate and all this bullshit. Get off the internet. Love you guys. Well, this trade's still running. I'm gonna hop on here. I'm gonna just stay on here for just 1 second. There's no reason to hop off when the fun just started. Hold on, hold on. See if I can catch myself a little re-entry here at the 38 fib. Boom, head and shoulders retest. Ska, all the way down to the bottom. We'll see. This Euro USD is paying plentifully at this moment. Hey, yo. Son. Talk about I should have held Olympics in first place, gold medal. Me, you feel me? Second place right next to me, silver medal. I should have held Olympics. It's me again. You feel me?
No, that was a great trade.
My dude, no drawdown. Let it run.
No drawdown. Can I get a sheesh in the chat?
Oh man. Pretty messy price action. Do I think it's going to get caught down here versus breakthrough? If it breaks through, honestly, I would be a little bit surprised. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not surprised that we broke through the 38 fib, but if we do break below the structural level today off of no news, that is pretty. That's pretty insane. If we close below the zone, guys, this is what we talked about on the higher time frames. If we break back below the purple, then we can just wait for the pullback and short all the way down this range, 3,500 pips. 350 points. I know some of you guys are fuming at your desk. Do not pips. It's indices. I got you, bro. Relax. All right, points. 350 points coming soon. Lately, I feel like it's me versus me. But are you fucking J. Cole? What are you talking about? No, I like it. It is you versus you in this arena, my boy. He said signal was fire, though. It is what it is. You know, we do this. G Tate speaks facts to BH. Men and women are not the same. Don't let it fly over your heads. Oh, Shane, how much money did you make on the stream? Because I guarantee you I find 10 women on the stream that made 10 times more money than you while you out here typing these dumbass comments. No, for real. Tell me, how much money did you make on the stream? So how do you handle emotions while trading, especially when you're in a live trade? Look, people, a lot of people who start Forex companies and teaching shit, they really just started in the pandemic. O and I have been trading since before Brexit. You understand me? Some of you guys don't even know what the fuck Brexit is. All right, so it's experience. You really got to go through it. How do you manage emotions while trading? Well, look, if you were like one of those like people who built skyscrapers and you were up there, I guarantee the first 3 years of your job, you were scared as fuck being up there. After your fourth or fifth skyscraper, I doubt that you're tripping the same way. Right. And so a lot of people just want to rush the work. Like, Roy, what book can I read to get my psychology right? What thing can I read? You're not going to read something to get your psychology right. You're going to read something that's going to enlighten you and give you context. And then you're going to have to go out there and practice. And so today, if you made a bad decision because of an emotional thing that you did, figure out what that emotional action was. Was it because you got too scared about the money? Did you close too early? Did you hold it? What was the thing? So if you really want to learn about your psychology, it's a lot of self-reflection, a lot of journaling, and a lot of just getting better. If you're actively trying to get better, you'll journal, and then you'll read the journal, and you'll be like, well, damn, I'm not doing that dumb shit again. And that's how you get better. And then when you get better and better, you don't rush into trades because you're like, nope, I ain't falling for that shit again. I've been here, done that. The best way you can give yourself an advantage, obviously this is a free plug, come to Chart Addicts for $59 a month. I can give you this conversation, and then you can ask targeted questions. So if you guys are on the stream and you're like, Roy, I'm holding a runner, but I don't know when to close, and I just feel like the money's running. If I can answer this question for you, it would help you tremendously in your progress. And so go somewhere where there's qualified people, get around them enough to let it rub off on you, because success is contagious. So is patience in trading. If I'm hanging out with, imagine I'm like, oh, I want to take this trade, bro. Oh, I want to take this trade. You're going to look at me, but I take the fucking trade or don't take the trade. But what are you telling me for? Right? That's a culture you want to be around. You want to be like people entertaining that your bullshit and whatnot. That ain't it. If you're holding NAS, hold this, whatever you have left running, just do not close. This is now turned into a potential swing trade opportunity. If we manage to break through the purple zone, you're going to be sitting in arguably the best trade of your career. So at this point, hold it, because if it comes back and hits your break even, fuck it, it's just another trade. But if it does keep running, this is going to be one of the best trades of your entire career. All right. Not many of y'all have caught 450 points before, even on a micro. You feel me? He said, plan the trade, trade the plan. T, I'm gonna get that tatted on my face. He said, please, I have a question. Do you know of any mobile apps I can use to journal my trade? Omi, what was the one that you were using?
Tradenal?
Tradenal or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Let me see if it's still in the App Store. I could send the.
Why do I feel like?
Hey, what are you trying to like save your screenshots on there?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing they're trying to do a little bit of all of it.
I mean, you can just use a Word document.
For real. But I think they said mobile. I think they're trying to do something because they might be at work. Where's my App Store at, bro? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, Tradenal.
How do you spell it? Trade.
Adenal. I think you might be limited to a few unless you upgrade.
Wait, trade? No, Neal, right?
NAL.
Oh, I'm spelling trade wrong, bro. Trade, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No results, bro. What the fuck?
Might not be on.
Oh, it's iPhone and app. All right, so this is Tradenal. You can take before and after screenshots, and you can write down notes. You can put entry prices and everything. Great way to do it.
Hey, they gonna finesse your data. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, for real. If you guys care about your data, you want to have some privacy, you can just go. If you're a Chart Addicts member, just head over to the website. Go over to your members tab. And you can go to the resources. Under the resources, there's a journal right here. This journal is kind of like a brief template on Excel for you to track your trades, and it keeps track of some of your performance as well. Trading plan as well, and lot size calculator. Y'all know the drill. CA members got it right. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's great to see you guys. Please make sure to drop a subscribe before you head out. It's great to see you guys on another beautiful Thursday live trading stream. This stream is proudly sponsored by TradingView, the #1 trading platform in the world for traders, and by Chart Addicts, where we help traders succeed worldwide. If you guys are interested in leveling up your trading or just getting to the point where you're making money and you're seeing success, if you're tired of being on the Forex hamster wheel of year after year of not making money, $59 a month can get you access to some life-changing information, to some traders who are really in the game, not this gimmicky online social media marketing bullshit, real traders. And you guys can finally get a perspective set on how you can succeed in trading and start seeing the results. ChartAddictsFX.com. Great to see everybody on here. Take it easy. Peace.